Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
One down, more to go.
A simulated sniper attack from a downtown San Diego hotel. But investigators believe he may have been planning something very real. Tonight, the man investigators believe shot that video is under arrest. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt. And 10 News reporter Matt Boone is joining us now live outside the Sophia Hotel where the suspect rented a room. Matt.
Kim, they say those videos were recorded here on the 3rd floor. It's just across the street from the federal courthouse downtown. It happened back in March. Those videos, though, weren't posted until September. And while he doesn't actually fire any shots out of the windows, what you're about to see is still very chilling.
This was the first video posted to YouTube on September 17th.
What do you do with this? What?
After loading the gun, he goes up to the window facing the street below and aims.
Look at that. Jams. Boom. Shoots nothing. Ah, yes.
The suspect can't be seen directly in the videos, but police have identified him as 30-year-old Steve Homoki. A day after posting the first video, police say he posted another. In the search warrant, authorities say a tip came to the FBI's website on November 30th from an anonymous person who knew Homoki online as his alias Steven Anderson. The tipster said Homoki had, quote, gone off the deep end and suspected if he was, quote, confronted while at home, he will open fire on federal agents or police.
What's this? What's this? How do we operate?
Once they started looking into it, police discovered Homoki had 14 registered firearms. And from the video, they say at least one of the rifles had been illegally modified. Police staked out his home in Spring Valley before arresting him and seizing his weapons Thursday, not wanting to take any chances that the rehearsal videos could become reality.
Now, we spoke to some neighbors in the area who said that he actually had a wife and children, though they stayed largely to themselves. He's now facing charges of having an illegal firearm, a large capacity magazine, as well as willful cruelty to a child. Reporting live downtown tonight, Matt Boone, 10 News.
Matt, thank you. And the threat of another hotel sniper brings back the horror of the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas. In 2017, a gunman perched himself in a Vegas hotel room and shot more than 400 people, killing 58. Well, that massacre remains the deadliest mass shooting by one person in U.S. history. 10 News viewers were alerted to the breaking arrest on our 10 News mobile app. There is a free version available in the App Store. Just search 10 News. A second deadly shooting at a naval base in 3 days. A gunman opened fire at a Navy base in Pensacola, Florida, killing 3 people and injuring 8 others. Authorities say the suspect was a member of the Saudi Arabian Air Force. Investigators are looking into an online manifesto that he may have written saying he hated Americans. ABC's Trevor Ault has the story.
Tonight, new details in the unfolding investigation following a shooting rampage at a naval air station in Pensacola, Florida. ABC News has confirmed the gunman was Mohammed Saeed al-Shamrani, a member of the Saudi Air Force who was in the U.S. for flight training. The FBI investigating terrorism as a possible motive. Officials familiar with the investigation say they're examining an online screed that may be from the shooter, where the writer says he hates America because of their crimes against Muslims and humanity.
I had one Navy officer shot multiple times.
The shooting was reported just before 7 a.m. Friday, the base going into lockdown as sheriff's deputies raced to the scene. Authorities say the alleged gunman moved through 2 floors of a classroom building, spraying bullets with a semi-automatic handgun.
Can I have you give me an update on possible patient count? Over 10 patients confirmed.
4 sheriff's deputies coming face-to-face with the gunman engaging in a shootout. 2 officers were hit, one shot in the arm, the other in the knee, but despite being shot, returning fire, the accused gunman killed. In total, 8 people were injured, 4 dead, including the gunman. President Trump says he was briefed on the situation and took a call from the King of Saudi Arabia.
The king said that the Saudi people are greatly angered by the barbaric actions of the shooter, and that this person in no way, shape, or form represents the feelings of the Saudi people who love the American people so much.
Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Poway's tap water troubles are over. It's been a week of boiling water and draining profits for people who live and work in the city. 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is live in Poway. Anthony, you were with a business owner when the city announced that the water was now safe to use.
Well, we were speaking with the owner of Tika Lounge here when he got the good news. He was absolutely thrilled, as you can imagine. He and his employees actually left just a short while ago. They worked late into the night tonight, getting ready for tomorrow, hoping for a strong weekend.
Oh, we got a message from Poway.
The precautionary boil water advisory has been lifted.
It was the long-awaited phone call.
So the boil water advisory is over.
The green light for Syed Afzal to reopen his restaurant, Tika Lounge.
I'm excited, I'm relieved, I'm happy.
They're one of many businesses closed since Saturday when the city of Poway issued a boil water advisory, fearing that storm water might have contaminated their water system. On Friday, the city's water samples passed its final round of testing, ending its week-long water problem. Many residents told us they were looking forward to getting back to normal life. Sean Van Tyne says he and his wife went to a friend's home out of town to take showers and had to use bottled waters to wash their hands.
That's just a crazy thing. Like, oh, I have to shave. Oh, I have to go boil water first before I shave.
But now that it's over, Van Tyne says the community needs to turn its focus on helping all the businesses severely impacted.
And we always like to support our local businesses, and I expect this weekend we should go out and do it in double.
Afzal is eager for the weekend. His restaurant lost thousands of dollars, but he kept his employees working so their paychecks wouldn't take a hit. He's had them cleaning, remodeling, repainting, so Tika Lounge will be ready as ever when it opens its doors Saturday.
We'll be working late today so that we can open tomorrow.
Now the city is advising residents to flush out their plumbing, throw out any ice, and replace any filters if they haven't done so already. We're reporting live in Poway tonight. Anthony Pura, 10 News.
A long week for them there. Thank you, Anthony. More rain is on the way. 10 News weather anchor Christina Robinson is here now to tell us what we'll wake up to. Christina.
Yeah. Kimberly, enjoy the next few hours. They're going to be dry until the next rain chances are in our future cast. So right now, the pinpoint Doppler live, you see right there a cluster of showers off the coast. Those are actually not going to bug us until the morning time of Saturday. You see a few speckles of green there over Valley Center. That's actually a false return from the sweeping radar. So nothing is actually hitting the ground there. Much of the same closer to downtown San Diego. But in the morning, boy, changes are on the way. Here's the hour-by-hour coast forecast there for you. 60s for tonight, and then that rain chance comes back in the picture in the morning. I'll time exactly what you can expect in a couple minutes, Kimberly.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Christina. Things are back to normal on the 805 at the 8 after a bizarre morning rush hour chase. It all started when police got a call of a stalled car on the 805 near El Cajon Boulevard. When they arrived, the driver took off, leading them on a chase. The man eventually ended up on a ramp to Interstate 8. At times, he could be seen leaning, even dangling from the railing. Officers rerouted traffic and closed the ramp, causing a major backup.
There's certain protocol that we have anytime we are dealing with somebody with those types of issues.
The man eventually surrendered to officers. He was taken for a mental evaluation. A familiar face is joining the race for San Diego mayor. Current city councilman Scott Sherman threw his name into the ring just before the filing deadline. The Republican candidate is terming out at city council. He says he joined the race because he didn't want to see mayoral debates between two Democrats, Assemblyman Todd Gloria and Councilwoman Barbara Bree.
Listening to the two major candidates there, I'm going, well, things that I care about aren't going to get discussed, so let's see what we can do.
Sherman says he'll run on a platform of reducing regulations to bring lower cost market rate housing. He says he also wants to crack down on crimes by the homeless. Congressman Duncan Hunter is stepping down. He says he'll resign from office after the holidays. Today was the last day for him to resign in time to force a special election. And that leaves Governor Newsom with a choice. He can either call a special election or leave Hunter's seat open. Hunter pleaded guilty this week to one count of conspiracy stemming from the misuse of more than $200,000 of campaign money. And the White House is blasting the impeachment inquiry, calling it completely baseless. This after it rejected the House Judiciary's invitation to take part in the next round of hearings. Well, the White House's decision not to participate removes one hurdle to the House voting on articles of impeachment. The Judiciary panel could debate and approve the articles as soon as the end of the week. New tonight, after months of negotiations, Northern California wildfire victims will finally get some relief. Today, PG&E and attorneys for the victims reached a $13.5 billion settlement. This money will help victims rebuild their homes, but they won't receive all of it. Some of it will go toward paying the claims of government agencies, and others will go to victims' attorneys. 10 people have been charged in a widespread auto insurance fraud scheme. The DA says they collected more than $500,000 in fraudulent claims. And the crooks bought cheap vehicles that were already damaged and then filed claims for damage or theft. They bought 56 vehicles over 4 years. They built 12 insurance carriers. 4 suspects were arraigned today. 6 have still not been arrested.